your favorite channel on YouTube, or wherever you listen to your podcast on, the African Diaspora channel, in partnership with CRBC, One-Stop Sport, where we get to bring you all those conversations that bring you nearer and, of course, plugs you back to your African heritage. My brothers and sisters, like we like to say back at home here in Africa. Of course, when you hear someone tells you, my brother, my sister, you just know that this one African. You understand? Well, this is one place where we get to share with you experiences and give you the portal through which you can connect with your home. Remember how you would run through those streets, go to the streams, and of course, go to farm that cassava, and of course, come back home and grind it. Then you fry it and make gari. If that sounds or rings a bell to you, well, you're in the right place. My name is Emmanuel Bisang, and back at home here, they call me the Buki man with the Ifuk Mbakara kind of swagger, the spirit and the courage of an Ogap man, the entrepreneurial spirit of an e-com trader, and of course, the sweetness and the sauce of Ogoja Moi Moi. Whenever you say this, my co-host, she always get the giggles like, bruh, why are you just pumping yourself up right now? Well, that's to let you know I'm not here alone, actually. I'm actually here with Coco Bassi, the chocolate thunder.
Okay.
What's up, girl?
Well, did you notice something?
Okay.
Our introductions and names have something to do with African food. Even though chocolate is not entirely African, but
Okay. I mean, it has a place.
it has a place
in the African heart.
Yes, food-wise.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So that's how we want to start the conversation this morning. And
Absolutely.
she's not a foreign body. She
He's an African buddy.
an African buddy who's going to be sharing with us, something very, very important as touches home and abroad. Well, this morning we have with us our own Utibe Babalola,
Yep.
a true African woman. Exactly. That's home for you.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning to you and welcome. Thank you
very
for
much.
joining in. Well, today our conversation is going to be actually wrapped around what we do in Cross River State and how we get it across to our brothers and sisters, like Emmanuel Bisang said earlier, who are in the diaspora. Especially food. For starters, I know of some Nigerians personally who would, they have an opportunity to go out of the country, probably for schooling, for living, or for whatever reason. And one snag keeps them from going. And that's, where am I going to get good food and freshly made afang soup?
The white soup.
How am I going to start off?
How do you survive?
How do you? And then we have people who have traveled and then they come home and they say, okay, yes, I had opportunity to get our food. It was good, but it was expensive. Right? So our conversation now is about how do we get our foods over there fresh, and how do they get it there affordable, right? Because I can't imagine buying fufu, just one wrap of fufu, like about £1,000 or £500 for fufu.
Do you think that's an exaggeration?
Yeah, I'm just saying it's like,
It's not far from the truth, really.
I mean, I get it though, really.
Right,
I feel
right.
you.
Okay, so, well, for starters, put us through this connect. What are likely foods that go out there? We always hear of fufu and afang first off, but I know there are tons of other African foods that go out, especially not just the ones from Cross River State.
Yeah.
Other states in Nigeria do send your foods out. So what are some of those foods that, usually go out there?
Okay. Thank you once again. When you said afang, I'm like, okay, you just want to put me on the spot. We had to travel in 2020, just before COVID, to Dubai, just to have fun and, do some shopping. And my sister-in-law was like, this afang when you cook, so we need to carry
Imagine leaving back afang at home.
We're like, okay, are they going to allow us? Would they know? I said, okay, let's just try.
Yeah.
We finished making the soup, froze it, got to the airport. We actually declared it, but it's frozen, well packed and everything. And we went with it. I was like, wow.
That's
the joy.
Yeah,
the
so
joy.
we enjoyed our afang. We had to call home. I'm like, we're eating afang in Dubai.
Nice one.
You have pictures?
Right,
Pictures back home?
Yeah.
Just not pictures.
No, we did videos to
perfect.
people at home that, we're eating our afang. The afang actually passed. We went with afang, So you won't always have that food. That's your Nigerian delicacy. You don't want to go and no, it's good to actually explore food, right? But we're so our Nigerian food is just so good. You don't want to miss it. You just want to have it. That I want to eat beans and gari. I want to eat afang and fufu.
Sometimes tapioca, you
just want to feel at home. Yeah. Right. So some of the foods that we take outside the country are gari, crayfish, dry fish, stockfish, from this part. Cross Riverians, we have, wadi,
seafood. What about seafood?
We have snails, and also these are the things we take outside, and people in diaspora actually, please, I want this, I want that. The way they are like, I know they chop for there, they just want to connect to home, right? The taste, and they now have kids they are bringing up. They don't want them to lose, the culture.
The funny thing, right? I have a cousin, she's in the UK.
Okay.
She's married to a white man, right? But then she has 2 kids, 2 boys. Their favorite meal is a soup, and it's called okra.
Oh.
Like, these guys would kill for okra. Young boys. That's what they're always so
Nigerian okra, because I learned they have what they call gumbo soup. Gumbo
what is gumbo?
It's Nigerian okra. In fact, there's white okra soup. Yeah. That one is another variety. You can make okra in different ways.
Yeah.
So that's what makes the Nigerian food really amazing. You want to make draw soup with ogbono, you add okra. You want to make white soup, you can use the okra. You want to make just regular okra straw soup,
Okay, so now that we wet, our brothers in diaspora, their appetite is being wet right now, literally. Yeah. Why is the demand so high right now? There's demand for Afrobeats for sure. The African person is becoming more proud to be African, right? So, but when it comes to food, why is there such a high demand from those in diaspora?
It is because, growing up is what they've been used to, right? And the markets there, taking the food there, usually gets really expensive for them, but because they still want to be connected to home, right? So they just want to still feel at home. They need that food, right? So one of the things they do is, get people, are you traveling? Okay, help me bring stuff back home. They don't want to lose that culture. Yeah? They don't want to lose it, because 10 years, 2 years down the line, you want to bring your kids home and you don't want them looking like strangers in their father's land.
Yeah.
Very true.
So it's important that we don't lose culture, because something you don't nurture, with time you lose it. Yeah, so it's important that we still get connected to home.
Exactly. There's this one time we did a road trip to Abuja. Abuja is in Nigeria.
I thought you were going to say, like, when you say a trip, I was like, trip to Dubai.
A road trip. I will. A road trip to Abuja.
Yeah.
Now, I'm talking within the country, Nigeria. And we, of course, the family in Abuja were like, please make sure you bring fufu, make sure you bring gari, palm oil, and all of that. And we traveled in a small car. So we carried these food items and got to Abuja. I think we left about 5 a.m., got to Abuja about 7 p.m. And for so many reasons. And then, unfortunately, the entire gari we took over was gone. It was moist. Somehow it just, didn't survive the trip. Now, that brings me to the idea of packaging and sending foods outside, being that most of our foods are perishable. Not all of them can go dry. So for foods that are, perishable, how do you manage to get them millions of miles away from Nigeria and it gets to that place still edible, still not losing its taste?
Okay, depending on the type of food you're carrying would determine the type of packaging you need to do.
Okay.
For example, you're carrying snails. You want to carry fresh snails. You need to have it freezed. Insulated bags, insulated, there's this stuff they use, what's it called now?
Okay.
Right, but something insulated so that it stays frozen
all through the trip.
Yes, all through the trip. And stuff like that, you don't want them on sea cargoes, because those ones take about 3 to how many months before you can actually get them. So the type of food will determine the type of packaging. For dry stuff, like you want to carry the afang, you need to dehydrate.
Okay.
Even when you dehydrate, you can't put them together with wet food, right? Because of cross-contamination. You don't want your snail or something to drip water into something that is already dried. Okay. You have that cross-contamination issue. Then you have, for the dried afang or dry leaves generally, you have to dehydrate to a particular temperature, right? So that's a big market on its own, right? So for the other dry stuff, crayfish, dry fish, now we have insulin bags that you can put them neatly, then seal it off. But make sure there's no moist. It is moist free. Okay. Yeah. So with the type of food and the type of packaging that you need to do, that will help you ship it, whether by air or by sea. Okay.
So I'm guessing right now, right, there could be advantages and disadvantages, right? So can you help us understand, for that person who wants to, bring something from home or make an order, and that there are also, people who do this as business, what these challenges, what are the advantages? So for example, you're going by air or by sea or, help us understand the advantages and disadvantages of these various channels.
Okay, for the sea carriage, if you're doing bulk, bulk, dried stuff, bulk, whether dried, but when you're doing bulk, sea is advisable because it's cheaper. However, the challenges that come with that is if the containers are seized, it stays longer than it should be, it should stay. If there are risks, so many risks, custom duties and all of those, and for the sea, both sea and air, you have to do documentation. A lot of people do not have this technical know-how. They don't understand. They don't have the resources to be able to ship, large quantity, right? So you now have to pair with somebody else or maybe 2 or 3 people to be able to get it done. But challenges usually regulations.
So when you say pair, do you mean like, so for example, someone has a container and they say, okay, let's 10 people
aggregate,
come together. Makes it cheaper, I guess.
Makes it cheaper, and faster for you, because if you're going to raise the money to do the ship yourself, it may take a while, but if you have to, these days it's collaboration. So we need to come to that point where we understand that for us to achieve something, we must come together in one mind and one goal so that we can achieve something together. So your regulations, your finance, regulation, when I talk about regulations, your you need an export license, Nigerian export promotion. You need that license. You need people talk about NAFDAC. Yes, NAFDAC is needed within Nigeria, not really outside, because for you to be able to take your product outside the country, you should be well known in your country. And for you to be well known in your country, you need these certifications. Okay. So the regulations, then custom bans. There are some things you can't take in, like we talked about beans earlier. Some people want to smuggle stuff in. So
you can't take beans?
You can't take beans to some countries.
I know people who survive on beans.
But literally.
But we're getting there because now the Nigerian economy is focusing on the agricultural-based products. We're moving away from oil. So with time, we'll be able to get that done properly.
But why is beans not banned, apparently?
Well, because of pests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's easy to get pests in it. And, people, because of the way they want to take this product out, they now use, insecticides and all that. And that's really bad. That's really dangerous for consumption. So
to preserve it?
To preserve it. That's really, really, really bad. There are better ways of preserving beans than pesticide. Because for anybody who buys beans from me, I tell them, once you buy, put it in your freezer, it stays fresh.
Oh.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it stays fresh. If you don't have the freezer part, you can use dry pepper. You have bay leaf. So ensure that the ratio of the pepper to the beans, so that the hotness of the pepper will not allow the pests survive.
Okay.
That's genius.
Nice one. Well, quickly, apart from beans, are there other food items from Nigeria that are not allowed in some countries?
Poultry products.
Like eggs.
Some poultry products are not allowed. Like in the, for my sister, when I was going to send stuff to her in Canada, she wanted no. She was like, don't buy no chicken, they will not allow it. They will seize it. I'm like, excuse me, this thing has already been processed. Say, no.
Okay.
They will seize it. It has to be no cubes.
Okay.
So some poultry products are not allowed.
Wow. So if if you want anything flavored with poultry, it won't go?
Depending on the country and their regulations.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's do flights now. What are the pros and cons when it comes to transmission by air?
It's faster if you do your what's it called now? If you want to send your products by air, it's faster. However, it's more expensive, right? Because you hear 1 kg is about 8,500 for you are buying 2 kg gari or 5,000. Yeah, you see like 30,000 to send it. You look at the costs.
Yeah.
However, if it gets there really fresh.
Well,
Because
it's
it's quick.
faster. Yeah, it's faster.
So I actually like that option.
But it's costlier.
It's costlier.
Yeah.
So I like that option. However, if you want to go into major, you have to do the sea.
Okay.
Okay, interesting one there.
Anyway, now we already have this as a market where our people gather up items that are needed outside the country. Is there any way those who are already out there can, assist home to, probably get a market or get these foods across to, outside the country? Is there any way the diaspora can come in?
Yes, plenty ways. In fact, they need to invest
Let us
ASAP.
in on it.
as quick as possible.
Let us in on it.
You need to do that really fast.
Yeah.
Okay. For when we have farmers who plant and who do these things, we have a lot of products, but we can't sell it out quickly because we talk about storage facilities. We need to have storage facilities. We need to grow organic products. We need to do the greenhouse,
Yeah.
So we need to, first of all, train the farmers. They need to understand that, you can do 20,000 tons of this because why? We can take from you, right? You train them and make them understand that we're here for you.
Yeah.
Yes, and there's already market for you and we are willing to support. After training, give them seedlings, mechanization farming to make the process faster.
Okay.
And generally just look for markets.
Okay.
Because one of the issues we have as Nigerian entrepreneurs is market linkage. You are there already. You know the people who need these things. Get the market for us. We produce and send it. However, logistics has always been a problem. But when there's a will, there's always a way.
Yeah. So what you're saying on is that someone who's in diaspora who may not necessarily need these items directly can do this as a business.
As a business,
yes.
yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
So earlier you had mentioned about some persons who are, is it Chamber of Commerce here in Calabar?
Yes.
Here in Cross River State, who have different items for export and how those persons can be empowered by those who are in diaspora. Can you give us some insights into that and why that's very effective?
Entrepreneurs are here. They have the products.
Yeah.
They have good products, really. And we need to be more exposed to how it's being done.
Okay.
What you have good products, but you need people who will help you take it out. So one of the things you need to do, you need to be visible so that they know that, I can get ekpang flour, right? And I cannot just get ekpang flour. I can even get everything I need to make ekpang, right? From maybe you're in the UK, you're in Canada, you're in US. And so what the diasporans can do is key into this product. We need to be able to help our own country, our own state, be known because our food is good. We need other people to experience what we know, what we do here. So just invest, really, take their products because they want to do more. You tell them to take loans, we're afraid of taking loans because of the interest rates. However, if you're assuring us that once we do this, we're sure of the market, why not?
Okay.
Yes.
You talked about visibility. How can our local producers, local farmers, local entrepreneurs, how can they attain visibility, so that somebody or groups in the diaspora can spot them and, send help?
Okay, first and foremost, you need to belong to bodies.
Oh.
You have this small community for farmers.
Okay.
You have aggregators, belong to a community that can help you do what you want.
And we have those in Cross
Yes,
River
we have.
State.
Well, I think I know of the Association of Cassava Farmers.
Okay.
And also we have those small, you need to identify with them.
Okay.
Right? Because you want your products to go. You may not be able to do the everyday farming and all, what's it called? Everyday posting and all, but you have someone that can do that. And I think Meda is coming up with something, to put out, businesses, on their platform that anyone from anywhere can go to the Meda platform and see, I can see cassava farmers here. I can get people from that page, right? And, encourage, people who are exposed. Please go back home. When you go to your village, go to the farmers. How can I help you? Okay, I have a platform. I can help you push your product out there. They may not understand how this works, but you understand it. So we need to be able to train them. They may not have network to be able to do these things there, but we have to all work together to achieve this aim of pushing our product out there. The farmers really don't care about the visibility and all that, but for those who package,
also they don't care. They don't know about the importance
Probably
of
don't
it.
know. Yeah.
well.
Yeah. I mean, if
Some of them do, but really, man, I just want to farm.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where the processors come in.
Yeah.
Not everybody must be a farmer.
True.
Right? So the processors come in, they are the ones that pick up these products and push it out. At the end of the day, the farmer still gets the turnover. It still goes to the farmer. Because if as a processor, I buy like 20,000 tons of cassava from you, right? I will feel it that, okay, market don't enter for me. Yeah. So for the processors also, we need to engage the farmers more, put them out there, do a video of them. One of the times I went to my supplier and I did a video of her. She was so excited. She was frying the gari. I was like, yeah, so this is Mama so and so. Yeah. She's the one that fries the gari that you eat, that you enjoy, right? What have I done? I put her out there. It now makes other people see that, I can actually also buy from this person. Let's not be selfish. This world is too big.
It's a large place. Everybody can thrive.
International cake, not national. It's a bigger cake right now.
It's too big. So once you can put them out there, it now increases productivity.
True.
And increases the GDP.
Yeah. So I think what I'm seeing from what you're saying right now is you're emphasizing the fact that those in the diaspora, beyond just, getting these food products across the sea, across, via the planes and the cargo and all that, they can actively invest.
Yes.
They can make this into a business.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, while they are getting richer, the person back at home is also flourishing.
Yeah. So it's a two-way street. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at some of the big challenges which people face, when trying to buy and send food items from Cross River, across the sea, via air or via the ports. What are some of these challenges from Cross River?
First and foremost, regulations is one of the things you can't do without if you have to export and export well.
Okay.
Right? Some certifications, you can't get them from here. There's some trainings you have to travel to Lagos, to Abuja to be part of, right? So we need to be able to bring that back home also, right? And one of the challenges I personally have faced in my own business is logistics.
Okay.
Yeah, at least I've been able to try to get some of the certifications I need, but logistics, imagine carrying stuff, maybe transport companies, they'll charge you like 10 times 10. We don't have those big trucks, we have them coming from the north, but we don't have so many of them going west.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is a bit challenging, right? I want to even bring things in and you have to use the smaller buses because you want it faster. You want it in a good condition. You don't want those cross contamination because they don't carry your stuff alone. Sometimes
other things, yeah,
they carry other things. So you have to. Logistics has been a very, very, very in fact. Has been a very big challenge for me. Okay, then financial finances. You need to be able to do that. You need a lot of money. Thank God for BOA. They are giving loans for agri. So we are looking into that also. Basically, market linkages too.
Okay. So for those buying though, what challenges do they face, and how could they surmount it? For those who want to buy.
Those who want to buy.
Yeah, from back home.
Back home.
Yeah, here, like from Cross River, from Nigeria.
That's okay, you're here?
Yeah. So what are the challenges that they could face? Those who want to buy, for example, somebody wants to buy something crayfish from Calabar, for example, and they made a call. What could be those challenges which they might face, and how could they surmount it?
Okay, sometimes fraud, right? Fraud is another thing because you need to trust who you're buying from, right? So they're afraid of, if I give this person my money, am I sure that I'll get the worth of my product, right? And sometimes you get the product and you don't get the quality. So that fear is there, right? And
how do they surmount that? How can they overcome that challenge?
That's why you would need to get trusted. You, the buyer, the seller, you have to have put yourself out there that people will trust you. You need to, your word should be your bond, really. You cannot say, I'm giving you this and I'm getting that. What I ordered versus what I got. How about now? Not with food.
True. Not
with food. You can't do that. Even the buyers, to some of them, would say, oh, I want to pay on delivery. And you don't pay. You decide. You know, those kind of, we're better in Nigeria. We're better people in Nigeria.
True.
Okay. So, I don't mean to cut you there, but you have been in this sphere for quite some time, and you've seen things, you've heard things, you've cried things, you've cried, wailed, I believe. Anyway, away from that, despite the fact that there are always ups and downs in business, especially this kind of business, there are people who would want to, start this kind of business. Now they'll become first timers. What are likely mistakes they would make, and how can that be averted if they have the opportunity to listen to somebody like you talk right now? Okay,
first and foremost, you need to do a research on what you want to do, what you want to sell, right? You need to do a research. You cannot take that out, because that would guide you on where to purchase, how to, and what exactly you want to do with the product. Do you want to process it? Do you want to sell it raw? So the research is one of the first things you need to do. Okay, is this something I can stand and say, okay, I'm selling? Do you have the confidence to, you this babe, you're the only one that is selling Gary, that you are selling it with so much swag. I say yes, because I understand what it is. And man, if it gives you your daily bread,
why not?
With your full chest.
Exactly.
Right? So you need to be confident about what you have, do the research, the health benefits, of what you're selling.
Yeah.
Then you can learn from people who are already in the business, right? Oh, okay, I want to come and volunteer with you, because you want to learn the ropes. Yeah. Right? Because you cannot, you should be able to learn from someone that has been there, learn from someone experienced. Don't wait to experience before you learn, right? So get someone, I like what you're doing. I want to do the same thing you're doing. And, put yourself out there. Oh, mentors, I need to understand how this is done, right? So get mentors that would guide you, that will show you how it's done. And knowing with your mentor, you now know, okay, how do I start? This is what I want to do. I want to sell packaged crayfish. Crayfish is very good for kids, for adults. It's a good seasoning product, right? Do all of that. Then you, so you may not have all the money, right, to start. However, you can start from your savings. I started from my savings.
Oh, hallelujah.
I started from my savings. Very little. Yeah. Because, I was too afraid. I'm still too afraid to take loans. No, I'm not still afraid to take, but I just wanted it to grow organically, right?
Yeah.
Friends and family, okay, help you there and there. So, then I went out for trade fairs, right? Okay. Port Harcourt, you want to be able to meet other people, see how they do the same thing that you do. You cannot be in your room and expect a different result.
Exactly.
You have to be out there.
Very true.
You need to see how other people are doing what they're doing. So go for trade fairs, go for trade shows, go for trainings, generally online, offline. Yeah. So all those things would actually help. So the finance part, don't be afraid. I don't have big money. Start small. Start where you are.
Okay.
It would eventually pay off.
So finally now, for that person who has been watching us so far, what's your pathing advice for them? For that person who wants to buy, who's in diaspora, but wants to buy from Cross River, what's the advice for them?
Okay. My advice to you, diasporans, who want to shop from Cross River is the best place to shop. You know why? We have the best. We have the best products. We have crayfish. We have stockfish. We have dry fish. We have afang. Different vegetables, fresh, organically produced.
Okay.
Right? So, if you want to shop, start from Cross River. Shop Cross River. From here. Shop Cross River. Think Cross River and shop Cross River.
Amazing. Ambassador for food items in Cross River. It's been amazing talking with you this morning. And Absolutely. I think some people have been, inspired and have learned, what it is involved in, getting business done in terms of transfer of food items within Cross River and outside the country. Thank you so much.
And also how they can invest too.
Yes.
In this as a business, even aspect, from the diaspora.
Exactly.
That's very, very important. Well, we're speaking so far with Utibe Babalola. She's the CEO of UT and of course, we're going all this, Gary and things like that. Gary. And
we do crayfish also. We do crayfish, stockfish.
Good. Well, thank you so much for your time. Hey, listen, this is that place where you come to get everything you need to know as a person who's in diaspora, an African, melanin popping, right? You want to just get in touch with your local experience. Well, this is it, the African Diaspora Channel in partnership with CRBC. My name is Emmanuel Bising, and I've been here with the amazing Coco Delicious Bassi. Delicious. Are you afang? Are you
chocolate, please? Chocolate.
You're chocolate.
Yes.
The chocolate thunder.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, thank you for your time. Let's catch up again some other time.